Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Presto Stuffler. I'm really excited to review this one, and you can get it for $50 on Amazon, and it has a 4.6 star rating. Now with this unit, I'm going to be testing 3 different recipes. One of the recipes I'm going to be testing with this Stuffler is chicken and waffles. The second recipe I'm going to be testing is a pizza stuffed waffle, and the third and final recipe I'm going to be testing is a s'mores stuffed waffle. So I'm going to go over the features of this unit right now. We have what looks like a Belgian waffle maker. It's a bit different. So we have our power cord right here. This right here is an indicator light. It's going to let us know when this unit has preheated. And if we come over here and lift this up, we can see that we have 2 tongs attached to this thing right here. And this is going to make it so we can take our stuffed waffles out with ease. And if we look inside of the unit itself, we can see a grid type system. This is going to make it so when we pour the batter in, it's going to cook it up like your standard typical waffle, but stuffed. So that's going to be really exciting. We can see that when we flip it, it goes 180, and this is going to make it so that the batter fits into those little grooves within the waffle unit, and it all cooks evenly. Now I'm going to jump right into this review, and first and foremost, we need to plug our unit in. This unit is plugged in and it is preheating. This is going to take about 10 minutes, and when it's done preheating, I'll let you all know. So when it comes to filling this Stuffler, we first pour in our 1/3 cup of waffle batter, and then we put in our filling, and then after that we pour in 1/3 more of batter on top, and then we're going to close this and flip it, and then let it go for about 7 to 8 minutes. So the Stuffler did finish preheating. The indicator light is now cycling on and off. We're gonna start this off with our chicken and waffles. So we're gonna lift the top up, and we're gonna pour in our 1/3 of waffle batter. And then we're gonna go over here to our little fried chicken pieces, and we're going to layer them in. And lastly, our last 1/3 cup of waffle batter. All right, now I'm ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And now I'm going to flip this 180 degrees. And we're off. All right, I'm halfway through the cooking process. Let's go ahead and flip it. All right, it's been 7 minutes. Our timer has gone off. I'm going to go ahead and lift this top up and see what we're looking at. Looks pretty good in there. I would say that's pretty well cooked. Let's lift it out and see how it looks. All right, so we take our tongs here, squeeze. Oh shit. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use a spatula underneath because as you can see, it's not connected. All right, here we go. So as you can see here, it's kind of trial and error. I don't think there was enough batter on my part, so that's just what I had to figure out. That looks pretty good to me. Nice exterior, looks crispy, and then we have a nice fluffy interior with some good looking chicken inside. And now for our taste test. This tastes really good. I think it is missing something though, and that is syrup. With syrup, this is gonna knock it over the top. All right, let's see how it tastes. I'm excited to try this with syrup. That was perfect. That syrup was exactly what this stuffed waffle needed. It was very good all in all, but the syrup took it over the top and it tasted like really authentic chicken and waffles. So that was really, really good. I'm gonna be eating this one a lot. And I can tell from just liking this recipe, I'm probably gonna be keeping this Stuffler around. All right, so I cleaned this Stuffler off, and now we're ready for our next recipe. Okay, the recipe that I'm going to start now is the pizza stuffed waffle. All right, so we're lifting up the top now. We're gonna pour our 1/3 cup of waffle batter. And then I have this right here, which is a layer of mozzarella. Then you have pizza tomato sauce, and then you have a layer of pepperonis. Ta-da! And then our final round of 1/3 waffle batter. Okay, and closing the top now. And then I have to flip this. Okay, we are at the 3.5 minute mark. Time to flip. Okay, so our 7-minute timer just went off and our pizza waffle appears to be done. Lifting up our top now. Ah, that's very nice and golden brown. Now we take our tongs, give it a good squeeze. We're gonna need the spatula again. Okay, so we have our spatula underneath our waffle. We're gonna move them over here with the tongs. Release, and there's our waffle. I would say we're kind of running into the same issue as last time. It's not really an issue, but I think I just need a tad more batter. All right, so just based off of first appearances, I like the nice golden brown texture. It looks very crispy and crunchy, but also fluffy inside. Ah, getting some tomato sauce on there. Let's do the other side now. All right, let's pull this apart. We can see some nice cheese, tomato, maybe a little bit of pepperoni in there. Let's see the other two. Ah, a lot more tomato sauce action, and we've got our cheese and our pepperoni. Okay, now for our taste test. Now you may have just noticed that piece of cheese that just stretched right out when I bit into this waffle. This is really good. It tastes like if a pizza met a waffle, that's what this tastes like. It's really good. The waffle takes kind of the place of the crust, and I really like the tomato sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni. Everything is ooey and gooey and goes together really nicely in this. This I'm gonna be having a lot more often than I think I feel good admitting. And I have to say, I think this is gonna take the place over the chicken and waffles. So we have one more recipe to try, and that is the s'mores stuffed waffle. I'm excited to give that one a go. I think that's a good dessert. Okay, so to close that one out, let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is so good. And now to start our final recipe, which is going to be a s'mores stuffed waffle. Something interesting to also note about the Stuffler is that when you are pouring in the batter, you don't need to make sure that this has a coating of oil or butter on it because it's non-stick. Lifting up our top now, pouring in our batter, 1/3 cup, and a small handful of chocolate chips. Next up, we need our graham cracker. Finally, our marshmallow cream. And our final 1/3 cup of waffle mix going in now. Closing the top to the Stuffler now and turning. There we go. And I'm gonna set my 7-minute timer now. All right, so we've reached the 3-minute and 30-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and flip this. All right. All right, so our timer just went off after 7 minutes. This s'mores stuffed waffle, I think, is ready. All right, lifting our top. That looks delicious. Nice, crispy. You can see some of the marshmallow coming out, a lot of the chocolate chips kind of peeking through. I think I got the right amount of batter this time. Let's take our tongs, grab, and voila. Let's go ahead and give it a cut into. All right. What do you think? I think you can see a good amount of chocolate chips making their way through, as well as marshmallow and graham cracker. The inside, you can tell, is nice and soft and fluffy. Everything is cooked well, and the exterior is nice and crispy. Let's cut the rest now. All right. That looks delicious. I'm gonna enjoy eating this for sure. All right, I'm going to do the taste test now. I'm excited to get into this. This is really good. I think something I want to do next time is put even more marshmallow, even more chocolate chips, and even more graham cracker. This could really benefit from that. That was really good. After eating that s'mores stuffed waffle, I can safely say it was delicious. I really loved it as a nice, savory, tasty dessert. Or if you want to be a little scandalous, why not have this in the morning? Who's to say that's a problem? I really liked this. It was delicious. I have to say, in terms of the 3 recipes we tried today, I think the pizza stuffed waffle was my favorite. Second is gonna have to be the s'mores stuffed waffle. And then third has to be the chicken waffles. In terms of pros and cons, I can't really think of a single thing that's a con in terms of this unit. I really liked how it did everything. It's easy to use, it's fun to use. There's a ton of different ways you can use this in terms of leftovers leftovers that you put inside or any food you decide to put inside of this. You have many different options to use this. I saw a comment online of somebody saying instead of using waffle mix, you could use like cornbread mix and then maybe put some pulled pork inside and some barbecue sauce and jalapenos if you like them. I think that sounds like a really good recipe too. I'll have to put that to the use in the future. Ooh, in terms of one con, I would probably say this gets really hot, so make sure you're vigilant about that and you keep a safe distance at times and don't touch the inside of the waffle maker for whatever reason, because you will burn yourself and that's gonna really hurt you. Overall, I love this thing. I can see myself putting this to good use, like when family members come over, experimenting with different flavors. I think I'm going to gift my family members several Stufflers for the holidays this year because this is divine. My family has had a history of enjoying waffle makers in the past. Like we had a Mickey Mouse waffle maker when I was growing up that I still think of today. So this is definitely a fan favorite and I'm going to be using this. All in all, thank you all so much for tuning into another review and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.